Yo, I am back with another episode. This is a live stream. Appreciate everybody who's going to be tuning in. Just sending out the tweet. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the new subscribers, man. Appreciate you guys for still subscribing, even though I've been lacking the content, but I have been busy, so it is what it is at the end of the day. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm trying to see what the comments are going to look like for this title for this MVP prediction. This should be an interesting one. I wonder how's everyone week so far. Just sending out the tweet. Hey, what's up, Tino? How you doing, man? Appreciate you for stopping by. It's been a while. It's been a while since I went live and since I posted. Chilling in Denver. True. I like that. I like that. How was your week so far, man? Hey, what up, Ant? How you doing, man? You'll be there till Sunday. True. I like that. How was your week, Ant? I don't even know what today's week is. What is today? Thursday? Oh, how was your week? It's been a long week. In here just vibing, man. Did anybody watch the NBA Finals? Not bad. Yeah, I'm good. And it's been a long week, but we pulled it out. We pulled it out. The throwback jerseys are actually pretty nice. I seen it the other day. What's up, Super Alien? He said Kyler Murray's the dark horse for MVP. Book it. Not mad at that. Yeah, unfortunately, right. Not mad at that. Kyler Murray, that is a dark horse for sure. That is definitely a dark horse. Hey, what up, Marshman? Just popping in to say Lamar Jackson MVP or Wentz. Appreciate that for stopping by, man. Appreciate you for stopping by while you're at work. Tino said Wentz for MVP. Okay, okay. Yeah, man. Training camp's about to start up. Everybody's getting mentally prepared for the season. So that should be man, it's about the season's right around the corner. It's literally right around the corner, especially preseason. Think the game's going to be on NFL Network. So if you guys are tuning into that, feel free to do that. So I know I will. I definitely tune into the NFL Network games. Probably be live streaming them. So we'll see how they go for the NFL Network games. My prediction for MVP. Uh, I'm. I'm kind of. I wouldn't say torn. So, I mean, it'll kind of be cliche to say Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, he is kind of star-studded around good talent. So, I mean, I don't know anybody. It's tough because we don't know how the regular season is going to really look because there's potential MVP candidates, but you don't know if they're going to play or not. So, I mean, then you got old Brady. You don't know how he's going to come out and perform, but he could potentially be washed. So, um, like I said, Mahomes is pretty much an odd. You could put Lamar Jackson in there because Lamar Jackson regular season version is a dog. He said it's Kyler Murray. Okay. Well, yeah, Kyler Murray, the dark horse for sure. I think ESPN put out. They were talking about Kyler Murray the other day, talking about who's the better dual threat, him or Lamar Jackson. I was kind of upset that that's actual a debate, but I mean, they start to run out of ideas to talk about stuff, so I guess that's what they'll do. No disrespect to the squad, but I think it could be Derrick Henry if he can get another 2K. No, it's not disrespect at all. Yeah, he's definitely one of the clear favorites too, because Derrick Henry is just he's a stat packer. So Hopkins, AJ Green, Kirk is pretty good trio wide receiver. I mean, according to earlier, Hopkins don't even know if he's gonna his future's in jeopardy with this whole policy and everything that's coming out. You don't even know if he's gonna still play football. Crazy times we're living in. Crazy times. But yeah, Kyler's a dog. Those. I mean, he could definitely win. He definitely has a shot. It just depends on how this team's going to come out and play. Because on paper, the Cardinals is really nice on paper. They're really nice, but we don't know how they're really going to perform until it's actually time to perform. So, it's up in the air with the Cardinals. Like I said, I think the Cardinals will be nice next year, but it's up in the air with them. I'm guessing you're a Cardinals fan the way you're rooting for Kyler. The other dark horse is Dak. Oh yeah, man. Dak definitely was going crazy. He could win it too. He could win it too. The offense for the Cowboys wasn't never really the issue. I think it came down to coaching and the defense for the Cowboys. It could be Matt Stafford, new team in big market. Yeah, true. That is true. That is true. The Rams are loaded. The Rams are definitely loaded. Definitely loaded. That's another team I'm looking forward to seeing how they play the Rams. Definitely looking forward to seeing how the Rams are going to look next year. They got a nice roster, a really nice roster, and they're looking for another running back. So really going to try to see who they lose the big person, a little big target in Cam Akers, who could pretty much do both. The next question is who they're going to pick up to fill in his spot. There's a lot of running backs out there in the market still, like Bill Gurley, AP, Deion Lewis, who could be a good fit for the Rams. It's a lot of good people out there still for them. Still, the free agency market is still pretty open too. I mean, there's still some pieces you can plug into your roster that can contribute if you are looking for one of those playmakers on offense or defense. Maybe some of them exceeded their prime, but I think they still have potential to make a name on the roster. There's a few talent out there, a few talented pieces that I may add. People, Twitter's been going crazy while I was at work. Talking about the policy, people talking about Darius Leonard. Hey, yo. Said Todd Gurley fall from grace is still crazy. He's younger than Derrick Henry. Yeah, he is, man. Just ain't got no knees. It's tough. I'm seeing a lot of trade talk involving our running backs in LA. You think there's any shred of the truth in that? Sorry, topic. No, I mean off topic is fine. I just did it to try to get traction. The title is trying to get traction into the stream, but if we were going to trade anyone, it'll probably be Wilkins. If we were, but I mean, I haven't heard any rumors about Wilkins, being actually traded or in the market of trading. But we know he's the odd man out. If it came down to trading a running back, he's going to be the odd man out because we barely use him anyway. So yeah, Colts loyalist is in the building. What's up, Colts loyalist? He said, "Who do you think will be the Colts MVP?" And the name is not Carson Wentz. The Colts MVP for me would be. It would have to be Jonathan Taylor. I would say Jonathan Taylor because I mean he's a high value running back. We know we're gonna give him the ball a lot next year, and then you say it's not Carson Wentz. So I mean our running game is pretty much our offense. If we don't have that, then we're gonna be stagnant. We know how consistent our defense can be, but I think Jonathan Taylor is gonna have to be the MVP if it's not Carson Wentz for the Colts next year. It's a very tough schedule, and we're going to need our running backs to produce. So for my pick, it would be Jonathan Taylor. So Super Alien 86 said, "Do you think Aaron Donald has any realm of a chance for an MVP? Maybe if he breaks the sack record." It's a very tough award to get for his position. Not gonna lie. Can he win the MVP? Probably doubt it because it's really like a quarterback award. It's really rare that you see a wide receiver win that award, but that's more like a quarterback or a running back. It's like a rare seed to see any other position that's not a quarterback win that award, like a running back or a wide receiver. You really have to do something out of this world to overtop a quarterback that pretty much throws out of the norm of like passing yards or touchdowns. So it's really hard for him to get that award out of his position. Especially like if it's hard for a wide receiver or a running back to get that award too. So I don't know, man. Aaron Donald, I think he's just going to be Defensive Player of the Year caliber of an award winner. I don't think it'll be a legit shot of him having the chance to win MVP unless he does something abnormal, like maybe 4 pick sixes and 4 pick sixes out of the year, maybe break the sack record. He has to do way too much to get the award. I don't think he gets enough credit either. So I think he's more of just a Defensive Player of the Year caliber type of player, even though we all know he could be MVP if it was up to us. But yeah, Kenneth said Matt Stafford. Yes, sir. Shout out to Kenny from work. I know he ain't in there doing nothing. I'm surprised he's still awake. Sue Bailey said it's funny because you look at the batting odds. His rate is actually higher than quite a few offensive players. Yeah, because he's a dog. Like Aaron Donald really has a chance every year to win the MVP award. It's just difficult though. I mean, like he can't be stopped. So I mean, it's really tough. He said he want to say 800 plus, 8,000 plus. Yeah, yeah, man. Definitely Aaron Donald. If he had a choice, if it was normal for a defensive player to win MVP, I would have gave it to Aaron Donald. But it's not really normal, so I can't put him in that vote. Yeah, but if anybody would win for the Rams, it would be Matthew Stafford. That's no question. Definitely no question. I don't think Tom Brady's still going. I don't think he's going to fall off the cliff. So I still will put him in the odds to win MVP. I'm not saying that he will win it, but I'm saying he'll be in the odds. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, man? How was your week? I know it's Friday Eve. Everybody getting right. It's about to be Friday. Some of you probably not working, but I am. It's tough. But appreciate you for stopping by. Trevor, who is your odds of winning the MVP next season? Boy, Twitter about to blow up. Talk about this policy. It could potentially be, I don't know. Could we see someone that's not a quarterback win the award? Yeah, someone mentioned Dak Prescott earlier, being the dark horse of winning that award. I think it was a super alien. Definitely got to be Brady. Oh, true. Oh, it's Alex. Alex is super alien. I hate it here. He did say it was a troll account. Okay. He still got it. Yeah, Brady still got it. I mean, he's going to be in the talks as long as he has weapons. So I definitely would put Brady in that odds to win it for sure because he's always going to have weapons. He's not suffering in New England anymore either. So definitely got to put him in the votes of winning. I think the way the awards work, especially evolving around Brady now, it's like cliche to not have him in the talks of winning MVP. He can have a subpar year and still have a chance of winning it. It's actually kind of crazy, but I think for Brady's sake, it's like it's like LeBron. Like LeBron. He's gonna dominate, and he's still gonna have a chance to win MVP, even though he's not the best person in the season. So I think when it just comes to namesake, I think they're just going to throw Brady in there just because it's Brady. Brady not winning MVP anymore. He doesn't put up the numbers in the season, but because of that defense, he doesn't have to. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. His defense has always been pretty decent. Yeah, Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen for sure is one of my odds of winning MVP next year. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Bills is going to bounce back after last year. I want to see if they're going to keep that momentum. I know they had a really good draft. They acquired a few targets. I'm really looking forward to see how much better Diggs is going to be. Looking forward to see how that tight end core is going to stay together. Looking forward to seeing how more consistent Josh Allen's going to be because he had a few mishaps last year. Want to see if he's going to learn from that. He's going to learn from his mistakes from last season. Josh Allen's going to have a good year, but statistically, I think he might regress a little. It's possible. It really is. It's possible. Like I said, I think they were just missing that ultimate running back. Like they had a good running back core last year, but they've never really had that ultimate running back that can take away from what Diggs and those receivers are doing. Their running back core is good, but they don't really have that number one. This is a long shot, but what about Russell Wilson? It seems like we talk about him a lot in the beginning of every season, but then in the conference play, we talk about someone else. It's just that Russell Wilson, he's going to get his numbers, but I think he has more bad than good. Like Russell Wilson's a great quarterback, but due to the team he's on, he doesn't really have the protection that he needs. I feel like that's what hinders his progression of his success. I would say, like he really always puts up good numbers, but towards the end of the year, people get banged up, his protection goes missing, and then that's when you get all those interceptions and those fumbles. because he doesn't really have the protection he needs. So, like I said, yeah, Russell Wilson could definitely be in the talks, but towards the end of the season, it's always the same story for Russell Wilson. It's just he needs protection. So, yeah, it's kind of tough for him, but hey, it is what it is. You want to stay in Seattle, that's what you got to deal with, big dog. That's what you got to deal with. Plus, he doesn't really have a number one wide receiver either. Just might throw that in the water. DK Metcalf is not a number one wide receiver. He's nice, but he is not a number one. Justin Herbert being a dark horse? Now we're talking. They finally got the coach out of there that was selling him last year. Justin Herbert can definitely be a dark horse. Some people got the Chargers winning that division. Kind of crazy because they're in the same division as the Chiefs. But some people have them actually having the chance to win in the division next year. I'm not mad at it, though. Not mad at it. Some people have the Broncos. They're kind of crazy, but yeah, man. He got to beat Mahomes first. He had 2 chances last year, but he got sold due to coaching. He definitely got sold due to coaching. Now that's out the window, so we'll see how it's looking next year. If Aaron stays in Green Bay for a final season, I wouldn't vote against him, especially for a Matt Rodgers. Yeah, you're not lying. You seen how Rodgers did last year, and he wasn't even all the way upset, and he won MVP. I'm always gonna put Aaron Rodgers in the MVP post because that's my favorite quarterback in the NFL right now. Is definitely Aaron Rodgers because the dude's he's just that guy. Aaron Rodgers is just that guy, no question. Aaron Rodgers always has my vote, no matter what it is. I wanted him in Indy. I think I was the first to release the news that he might move on from Green Bay. It was just a rumor at that point, but it might be legit true now. I think I was one of the first to do that. But I don't get credit for anything, so it's okay. Let's see. He said the 17th game season is going to change things this first year. Multiple records will fall. You ain't lying. A lot of people are going to break records this year. I respect Aaron, but I have him for hunting us. Yeah, man. Definitely has something against the Cowboys. Comeback player of the year? Yeah, man. Joe Burrow, definitely. He said he hates Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, it's tough. Definitely is lined up for that. Definitely. Yeah, the Comeback Player of the Year award is definitely going to be one to look forward to as well. Got a lot of people coming back from injuries that could potentially win this award. Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, the Odell Beckhams. Definitely have a lot of people lined up for this award. The Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey. That might be the toughest award. Yeah, I just mentioned Saquon before you even typed it. Just a little too slow, Alex. But it's a lot of people going for this award. I think Watson would try to prove something if he finds the right situation. More of a 2022 conversation. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I just want him out of the division at this point, to be honest. I mean, like, the Texans aren't really a threat. It's just more of Deshaun Watson being annoying because he's talented. I just kind of want him out the division. Saquon Barkley. Somebody, I think that was Michael. Someone slandered Saquon Barkley the other day. I thought that was crazy, but, it is what it is. You know how when they say something, it might be just trolling? Kind of like how the analysts do on TV. They don't be really meaning what they say. I think they just do that for publicity to just try to get their name out there. It's no way they really be thinking that way. Some of them probably do, but I won't name shame, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But there's a bunch of analysts out there that be saying some pretty idiotic things. Now, I know I'm not the smartest man in the world, but some of us be like, come on now. He said, give me Iguodala. Those guys. He said, "Who do you have for rookie offensive and defensive awards? Don't say Trevor. God dang it. Who do you think be the most successful rookie quarterback? All right. So first, rookie offensive player of the year. He said, don't say Trevor. Okay. Because I feel like it's pretty much clear cut for him to win. Defensive, I might go Michael Parsons. For defensive. Offensive, if not Trevor Lawrence, I would say Trey Lance. If not Trevor Lawrence. The most successful rookie quarterback, I would go with. I would probably go with Trey Lance for that one too. I feel like Trey Lance just has Jamar Chase. That's a good Chase, a good one. But I feel like Trey Lance is in the best position out of all these other rookies. In San Fran, they got so much potential out there on both sides of the football. So, plus it's a good landing spot. He said, "I'm thinking Jamar Chase." He said, "Quiddy Pay for defense." Now, how would that sound if I would have said Quiddy Pay? But for QB, you think Justin Fields? Not wrong with that. I mean, it is Chicago, so that's why I didn't bring up Justin Fields. It is Chicago. I mean, they don't even have him starting. They said they're going to roll with Andy Dalton as starting quarterback, even though we know that's probably not going to last. But come on now, y'all drafted Fields for a reason. You decide to go with Andy Dalton. Okay. I think Andy Dalton's a good mentor, but I feel like they're holding Fields back because they're starting Andy Dalton. It's a tough situation for Fields, but I think Trey Lance might have a better chance of seeing success because he's going to have more time to get that experience because he's coming into the. I think he's in the same situation. Not even drafted, traded up. Yeah. So it's kind of weird for Chicago's sake. Trey Lance is kind of the same thing. They're going with Jimmy G, but I think they're going to pull Jimmy G faster than they pull Andy Dalton. Because we know Montgomery can literally carry that offense. I mean, he's been doing that since he's got there. I think Montgomery getting better too. But I think Lance probably has a better chance of seeing success. Fields is going to be good, but if we had a race of success, I think Lance will win that. Yeah, I chose Parsons for defense. I definitely think Parsons can do it. Maybe he beats him out of a camp like Russ did with Matt Ryan. That's true. You never know. Crazy times we live in. Yeah, Matt Flynn. I know you meant. I mean, Matt Flynn ain't hard to beat out of a competition, if we're being honest. Just saying. Matt Flynn, though. Trash. Matt Flynn. He got hyped up after that little story he had in Green Bay. That didn't last long. That's another thing. Who do you think might be like a 1-year wonder? You know, everybody has that good year, and then they just fall off the edge of the NFL. Like, it's a bunch of talent. They have a good season, like the Peyton Hillises, you know? Peyton Hillis, he had a good season, and then after that, you never heard of him again. This draft is going to probably have a few players that do that. The potential is there for this draft to have those one-and-dones. You can realistically see Pay getting 7+ sacks. Jalen Phillips? You think Jalen Phillips is going to ball out in Miami? He could. I don't know. Jalen Phillips is another question mark. He's another question mark, man. He's in just it's more of a dangerous sport now. College football is dangerous too, but you out here with grown men now in the NFL with that injury history. Is it going to creep back up on him? That was the question. With his injury history, is it going to affect his play going into the NFL? Kelvin Joseph leads all rookies in picks. They had no pass rush. He got moves. Yeah. I mean, but he can't be the only one trying to get through. He can get double teamed. They lost a lot of talent last year, too, this offseason. They lost some talent on that defense. He said, fat Kelvin Joseph. Jesus. That boy Zeke out there looking like he back in shape. No more Cabo. Zeke was out there shredding that weight, trying to get quicker. If Zeke can get back to normal, that'll be a very nice running back core. AJ Brown is so corny, bro. Cabo Zeke is finally. He said Cabo Zeke is gone finally. Thank God. Yeah, man. Cabo Zeke. Lamar Jackson, MVP odds next year. He does have some more weapons. I'm looking forward to see how Lamar Jackson gonna play, especially how media is trying to spill on his name after those camps he had. I'm looking forward to seeing how Lamar's gonna play next year. John Taylor gonna break out too. Yeah, man, he definitely has to. I mean, the end of the second half of the year, he turned up. So hopefully he can keep that momentum. Now he got his road dog Marlon Mack back, so he can take some of the reps off too. Try to keep both of them healthy. I really feel like that can work. Jonathan Taylor gonna break out and said, when the Colts make the playoffs, who do you want to play? I think we could beat the Bills if we saw them again. Yeah, we can beat the Bills. I was thinking like that when we played the Ravens last year. Last year, I wanted to play the Ravens again because I felt like we could have beat. I feel like we could have beat the Ravens in the playoffs last year. With that line, there's no question. You ain't lying. He said 1 year wonder. That tight end from Green Bay. Hey, yeah. He said, yeah, Robert Tonyan. That's his name, Robert Tonyan. Who was the guy from the Saints? The tight end from the Saints, T.J. Hawkinson. He just got paid big dollars to go somewhere else, I think. Or whoever his name was. I think the tight end from the Saints. He went to Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's going to live up to that contract. Yeah, that's the Lions, yeah. That's what I meant. I don't know if he's going to live up to that contract. He got paid a lot of money off of a rinky-dink season because the wide receiver that's over there that runs slants all day really couldn't get open. So he got all the reps. Saints was Jared Cook. Yeah, Michael Thomas. I don't know, man. I think Michael Thomas might be done too. He was nice at once, but now he kind of just if you don't add more into his package, I feel like he's going to be out of there, bro. I feel like Michael Thomas might be out of there if you don't add more into that package. I mean, now that Breeze is gone, he might switch it up because he got crab leg Jameis Winston as his quarterback. So he's going to have to run something else other than slants. Comeback player, dark horse. Ooh, Kenny Galladay. He's stepping into that number one role. I kind of wanted Galladay and Indy too. Some people didn't like that. I thought that was crazy, but Kenny Galladay can definitely take the top off some defenses, man. I like the Galladay. I wanted Galladay and Sam Darnold because I knew Aaron Rodgers was a long shot, and I knew that wasn't going to work. My realistic expectation for Wentz is to have a subpar year. Not the MVP year, but I think he's going to have a subpar year. I think he's going to start off rusty, but I think he'll start kicking to stride around week 7 to 8. I think he's going to have a roller coaster season, but I think it won't be as bad as people think. Now that he has protection, I feel like his interception rate is going to go down, and I feel like he'll be a little bit more consistent in the pocket for sure. Not saying he's going to have the best year ever, but I think he'll have a roller coaster year. But I think it'll be good enough for us to make the playoffs. Like we did that with Rivers, and he had a roller coaster year, but he turned up at the end of his year as well, and he wasn't even mobile. So I think Wentz will have a roller coaster year, but I think he'll pull it off. I think he could pull it off and make the playoffs with it. You wanted him badly, and it's crazy. Some Colts content creators didn't want Galladay. I thought that was kind of weird, being as though that we don't have a number one wide receiver. I think he would have helped that wide receiver room as well. I really did. I think some of the names like the Michael Harris's and the Michael Thomas, I think the names like that, just the quick receivers, I think they wouldn't have made the roster if we would have got a Galladay because we wouldn't need them. You think he's going to be better than Rivers stat-wise? I don't know. Rivers, his interception rate was low. I think stat-wise, I would say yes because he has a better arm. He has a better arm than Rivers. I say his numbers would be better. You're really curious to see how Carson performs in the playoffs? Yeah, me too. He's called Baby Tom for a reason. He's 6'4", only 25, and runs a 4.4. Why would you not want him? That's what I'm saying. It's like, what? You get a guy that can just run straight up the field and catch a jump ball? Like, come on, man. And then you got Michael Pittman Jr. next to him. And T.Y. Hilton that I had. Then you got Paris Campbell. You telling me you wouldn't want that offense? Paris Campbell, T.Y. Hilton, Kenny Galladay, Michael Pittman Jr. And then Zachary Pascal, DMV legend. I definitely would have loved that scheme over what we got now. Even though I like it, but I'm thinking adding Kenny Galladay would have been way better. Babytron. Just saying. You gotta like it. It is what it is. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us, missing that number one wide receiver. Having faith in number 2s and 3s. Hopefully that'll come back to bite us. Because I feel like it can make the offense one-dimensional. You're not having that actual go-to wide receiver that's not T.Y. Hilton. Of course, Michael Pittman Jr. is going to get his numbers, but, when it comes down to game plan, you really got to dial in on certain receivers. But then when you look at other guys, you're like, all right, okay, you can wave them off and try to put like a number 3 corner on someone on them. I don't know. It's gonna be a tricky season. I feel like I wish we could have got a real number one wide receiver, a true number one wide receiver. Of course, we have T.Y., but I think we could have got someone else. I think that would have been better. I know I'm late to the party, but you're going to get the MVP take from the takeoff. All right. What up, Little D? How you doing, man? Little D scoring. He said, is T.J. Watt still going to be exploded? No, I don't think so. I'm glad you said that. I do not think so. I don't. I feel like Bud Dupree had a lot to do with T.J. Watt's production. I think he had a lot to do with that. I really do. I think they need each other. I don't think Bud Dupree is going to be successful in Tennessee. I think he's going to get numbers, but I don't think it's going to be as good as we would want. I think T.J. Watt's nice, but I think when he gets help from other sides, I think that's when he gets his numbers. As you can tell from the end of the year when Bud Dupree was out, T.J. Watt went silent. I think that's what really is going to help I think that's what really helps TJ Watt. And this is no knock on him, but I think he really needs another person to really bring pressure for him to be successful. So yeah, I don't think TJ Watt's gonna really be the jump off the camera TJ we're used to. He said y'all should have went after Watkins. Yeah, true. Double teams all year for him. He said pass. I mean he'll be nice in Baltimore because they got a whole bunch of gold teeth. A whole bunch of players that's getting it out the mud over there. Florida boys, all of them. They just signed Melvin Ingram too. Yeah, I know. I don't think that'll be much of a boost though. I don't think that'll be much of a boost for Pittsburgh. I think they're still missing. I think they still got some holes on both sides, offense and defense. I think I think Pittsburgh takes a step back this year. I think they take a step back. Time for Cincinnati to step up. TJ Watt should be straight. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a question mark. Not knocking that he will. Not knocking that he won't. But I mean, it's up in the air with that situation. Like I think Cincinnati can definitely take their spot if it was a race. Because Cincinnati got all offense, and then they got Joe Burrow too. But I mean, that's just me being biased because LSU. That's just me being biased. But yeah. I think Cincinnati can take Pittsburgh's spot in that division race. It's a clear cut for Baltimore, not being biased because of who's in the chat, but Baltimore can definitely win that division. It's for them to win. Come on, Ohio State. Let me live. Let me live, Ohio State. Let me live. I like Paris Campbell, man. Come on. Let me live. He's a boo. Ghost Loyalist said, in my opinion, their quarterback play will hold Pittsburgh back this year. Hey, man. Shout out to Ben Roethlisberger. That's who they want to go with. So that's what they're going to get. That's who they want to go with. That's what they want to go with. They want to stick with Big Ben, Claypool, Juju out there getting cooked out. I don't know who that was. Was that like a high schooler or a college corner? They out there having one-on-ones. He TikTok dances, they get baked on the next play. If nobody's seen that, it's all over TikTok. Just look up Juju 1v1s. Oh, yeah. We all know that. We all know that. Haskins definitely is going to start. He got a lot to play for, too, after what happened. Hopefully he gets better. We probably know that Washington was the reason he wasn't successful, but hopefully he gets better, man. I mean, if it was up to me, I kind of like Joshua Dobbs. I'm just saying. I kind of like Dobbs coming out of Miami. I'm just saying. I like Dobbs, but, hey, it is Pittsburgh, so it is what it is. Say mid-season. Who do you think will have a breakout season this year? That question, the answer for that breakout season, rolling the dice on Paris Campbell to have a breakout season if you're talking about the Colts. But the breakout, I will go with Rocky Sin. I want Rocky Sin. I want this to be his year. This has to be his year, to be honest. He has no choice. MPJ has shown he's separate from one of the best corners. If he can do the same against Jalen Ramsey week 3, then we got to put him as the number 1. He said Henry Ruggs. Ooh. Okay. We got a Las Vegas Raider. Las Vegas Raider, Henry Ruggs. That's the guy that Gruden don't even use. Gruden don't even use Henry Ruggs. They drafted him and don't even use him. That is just tough. They don't even use him. And then they drafted another receiver. Las Vegas is just a dismal place to be in when you got Gruden. I swear it is. Lamar for MVP, I like that. He's one of my dark horses. Yeah, for a breakout season, Henry Ruggs for sure. But they barely use Ruggs, man. It's unfortunate. To be one of the fastest receivers in the draft, you get drafted high. You have the potential to be really nice, but you're barely used. Barely used. It's tough. Ohio State quarterbacks don't translate to the NFL. It's a school problem, and yes, I'm aware that Justin Fields went there. Just saying. Okay, Alex. I'm just saying. I thought you didn't know that. That's why I didn't put him in that quarterback race when we was talking about rookie quarterbacks. I was like, you know what, Trey Lance, HBCU, da da da. But then you was like Justin Fields. I'm like, I don't know. He is in Chicago too. So it's like a yin and yang. Ohio State and Chicago. Woo, woo. Good luck. 8-5 when he plays. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yin and yang. Ohio State quarterback, and you're in Chicago. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I really don't. I don't know how it's gonna work out. But hey, man, the future is bright for Justin Fields. Hopefully, Chicago gets it right. Shout out to Matt Nagy. Hopefully, they get all that situated. But we'll see. I mean, last year they had Cordell Patterson playing running back. That should tell you how focused they are, how focused Chicago is when they have Cordell Patterson playing running back. Fields for 500, Alex. I like that. You got faith? Not mad at that. You got to have faith. You got to. I have faith too. I got faith in Wentz. So why can't y'all have faith in other players, right? But yeah, I mean, we would definitely see how Chicago. I mean, their schedule is mid. It's not the greatest schedule, so they can definitely have a lot of wins next season. But if they don't have a lot of wins on that sus schedule that they have next year, we're gonna start a dialogue. We are going to start a dialogue. Cordell at running back was one of the smartest things they did. He's a playmaker. Couldn't tell. But yeah, I know what you meant. But oh man, speaking of Cordell, that kick return last year with that camera angle, woo, that camera angle was fire. If he can make a Mitch look decent and make a Pro Bowl, why not make Fields? Just saying. Now look at what Mitch is. Is Mitch even there still? I think he lost his spot. He said, imagine if Cribs or Hester would have got that privilege. They will still be in the same spot they are now. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with talent. They don't know what to do with it. He said, backup. Tough. They drafted Mitch way too high, and he still over-exceeded than what he was supposed to be. Now he's a backup. I don't think Mitch is the problem. He said Mitch is in Buffalo, yeah. It's a good spot to be, too, if you're Mitchell Trubisky. Just saying. You can ride the coattails of Josh Allen and learn a lot from him, too. I'm glad he got out of Chicago. What up, man? What about Sean? What about him? Talking about making a roster? Who do you think is a surprise cut for the Colts? You talking about going into next season or who's going to be? Surprise cut that might be, I don't want to say Taylor Stallworth, but it might be him, an odd man out. It's between him or Antoine Woods, to be honest, because we got to cut a lot of people. I think DeMichael Harris might not make the roster. Tough for him. Rodgers to the Raiders for Carr and 2 number ones. What would be your Vegas prediction? Alex is in here. He's a numbers guy for Vegas. Said, I noticed nobody saying anything about Run CMC for comeback play. Yeah, we mentioned that earlier. I mentioned it too. When I said Saquon, I said Christian McCaffrey is another guy. You see, I didn't even mention Deshaun Jackson because we just know what it's going to look like with him. Even though he's in a good spot. He's in a really good spot to be successful, but I think Deshaun can give everybody at least 3 weeks of highlights, and then that's when we're going to call it a day because he's just too fast and he just cannot stay healthy. It's unfortunate. But I think Christian McCaffrey is a really good person to win that. Plus, he got a good roster with him now, too. He got a quarterback. He got a good wide receiver core. Man, Panthers can definitely make some noise. The Panthers' defense was actually quietly good last year. Saquon ain't playing a whole season yet, and he want to come back play of the year. Sounds like what's for thinking. Look at this guy. I would definitely give him a shot too, Mike. I would definitely give him a shot too, no question. So Aaron Rodgers is only playing for the Packers and the Broncos this year. Raiders won't make that move. Well, if we know if any team that goes to get a quarterback and wins the Super Bowl with that is the Broncos. Colts fans know personally because they did that with Peyton Manning. Now, if Rodgers goes to Denver and wins the Super Bowl with them because he has a number one in Jerry Jeudy, who's really nice, we're going to have to start dialogue. We do not need Rodgers in Denver with Jerry Jeudy to go win another Super Bowl. And then put that on top of them probably getting potential free agents as well that'll take a budget cut to go play with Rodgers. We know that's going to happen. We do not need Rodgers in Denver. Why? Because that is stopping the Colts from reaching the next level as well. We do not need him in the AFC. Stay in the NFC. Cortland Sutton, do not sleep on that man. No, I'm not sleeping at all. I'm just saying Jeudy is really good. I know that too because for whatever reason, the Broncos always gave the Pats fits with that demonic defense. Hey, just saying. Broncos the same team that had Tebow winning playoff games against the Steelers. I mean, it's not saying much because it's the Steelers, but hey, if they can win with a guy that is not a good quarterback, imagine what they could do with a guy that is a quarterback. I mean, their quarterback now is singing Jeezy lyrics, but imagine if they get a real quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. I might not watch this season if they get Rodgers. Because we just know what's going to happen. Rodgers is going to go crazy. He might win MVP again. He just might win it again. He said, that brother's starving. That brother's starving. They all starving for a quarterback. I mean, they got Drew Lock is decent, but it would be a huge upgrade to get Rodgers. It really would. It would be a huge upgrade. No question. Wait, what? I just got a message. Kind of weird, but I let my coworkers respond to that first before I do. He said, does Sam Darnold continue the trend of quarterbacks getting better when they leave Adam Gase? Yes. Yes, I agree 100%. I agree. I think Darnold will. I think Darnold will. I think Darnold would. I think Darnold would be better in Carolina than he is with Adam Gase. Why is everyone saying yes? How Gase has so many opportunities is beyond me. I wish I gave you. I wish I knew the answer. I wish I knew the answer. Jesus Christ. My phone's going crazy. You actually know the answer? Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. It's Peyton Manning's fault? Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Well, Web Cookie, there's your answer. It's Peyton Manning's fault. He said, I didn't want to say it. Why not? Why do you want to say it? What's wrong with that? He's a great quarterback. He makes anybody look good. He highly endorses him. Why would you want to take his endorsement? Just saying, it is Peyton Manning. He does probably know something. Coaching, maybe not. But like I said, it is Peyton Manning. He can say the sky is orange, and you'd be like, well, if you can really look at it, you might be right. But we all know the sky is not orange. He said, look at what he did to Jack. Cannot wait for Colts football to begin. Go Colts Nation. I can't wait either. Because Peyton runs his own offense, so we know Gase just stood there, right? With those googly eyes. We know that's what Gates was doing the whole year, just like this. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I got 4 more minutes. If anyone wants to ask any questions before I log out, feel free to let me know. Once I hit the hour mark, I'm going to call it a stream. Then I'm going to brainstorm of what video I want to drop tomorrow. So. Oh, Cookie, let me get your who do you think may win the MVP next season? I haven't really seen them today, so I mean I couldn't really give you a number. When does Leonard get his pay? I would say in the next few days, maybe. Hopefully you get it by this weekend. Hopefully. But in the upcoming days, Mike, be getting 19 plus mil. He deserves every dollar, if you ask me. I know y'all been talking about it on Instagram. Well, on Twitter. But he deserves every dollar. I don't care. He's definitely going to break the bank. Should have broke it early, but hey, I guess. Yep. Pay the man. Facts. Rodgers could easily go back to back after all this nonsense. You are right. I think I said that earlier. Pay the man. Definitely got to pay Darius Leonard, man. Pay his dues, man. One of the most consistent linebackers in the NFL. One of the most consistent. They're getting better and better. You don't know about breaking the bank? Pretty sure he's just going to get 19 per? Yeah. Even though we know he's better than Fred Warner. There's no knock on Fred Warner, but hey, it is what it is. Better than a lot of linebackers. Do not believe those websites and those blogs when they do those rankings. That is a personal opinion. If we all know that Darius Leonard is better than half of those linebackers that they put ahead of him. We all know that. The only person he is not better than is Bobby Wagner, and I can attest to that. Bobby Wagner is the best linebacker in football, but Darius Leonard is top 2 or top 3. He said he's better than Jalen Smith. Absolutely. Said, well, Fred got 5 years, Leonard probably gets 4, so it averages is more. Oh, wait. That was low-key bars. Wait a minute. But yeah. Remember on draft night? Sorry you're in here, Kenny. Remember on draft night, people were really thinking LVE would be better than Darius Leonard. People were really thinking that. Crazy. They were really thinking that LVE was going to be better than Darius Leonard. Now look at him. LVE, the guy with the big neck collar, that guy, the neck collar that go all the way up here. They got 2 left feet. That guy. And LVE is pretty decent, but he is not better than Darius Leonard. He said, yeah, bad tape. He said he fooled me. Oh, man. I stopped listening to Mel Kiper when he said Julio was going to be a bust. Mel Kiper had a lot of crazy takes. Mel Kiper has to be one of the craziest draft analysts I've ever. He was the guy that rooted for Trubisky. He was one of those guys. Kiper is crazy. Mel Kiper Jr. is crazy. And what he does is that he steers the narrative for these football fans that don't really watch football, that be stat watching. They be like, yeah, he's really going to be good. Well, why do you think so? Because Mel Kiper Jr. he's the smartest guy out there. Analytics. Like, nah. No. Like, no. Your boy lines up in more spots than LVE. Yeah, man. Darius Leonard be all over the field. And then he pops more. That's the crazy thing. Like, he pops more, man. XKL, the over-under on Mac Jones playing this season. Need a prediction? You don't know who Mel Kiper Jr. is? That's the dude on draft day. When you look at the draft predictions and everything, he gives the insight on the prospects. He said Mel Kiper said he was going to retire. Jimmy Clausen didn't succeed. So why is he still working? Oh my God. Yeah. Mel Kiper's y'all think Max Kellerman and them are crazy? Y'all just look up Mel Kiper Jr. I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube video or something out there with his crazy takes. I know it is. I just know it's out there somewhere. That's the dude on draft day, man. Mel Kiper Jr. He does the draft board and stuff. That guy with the Brady Bunch hair that Mel Kiper would have got in. Yeah. The guy with the Brady Bunch hair glasses. Yep, that's him. I think I'm going to send a picture to you. Oh, okay. He said Nathan Peterman was going to take the league by storm. Boy, oh boy. Crazy what you can do with accolades. You can just get put on TV and be like, yep, you know, the Kendrick Perkins of the world, the Max Kellermans, even though Max Kellerman's a really good analyst when it comes to boxing. But when it comes to football and basketball, give me Iguodala like that. Nah, man. Nah. You got to just stay in your lane in certain conversations. Seriously. It's just not it. He said over. It's just not it. But yeah. I'm about to get up out of here though. It's been an hour. Gave y'all an hour of my time. I'm about to go wind down and chill. But I appreciate everyone that tuned in. I might have a video drop tomorrow, so turn on your notice, subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate everyone that tuned in today. Give me your MVP predictions. He said, who do you think should start opposite of Kwity Paye? It should be Kamoko Toure. I think Toure should get that. He said, I knew it. Toure should be opposite. Kwity Paye, DeForest Buckner, Grover, and or maybe Tyquan Lewis, and then Kamoko Toure. No one believes in Cam as a spectator. Never did. Or walk to him. Never believed in Cam. But all right, y'all. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shot.